Kendrick Lamar. He's from a city called Compton. This is their city hall as seen in the video. Wait, I thought he was from Los Angeles. Well, Compton is part of the greater Los Angeles area, so he still says he's from Los Angeles, which is why this clown appears in Kendrick Lamar's video. He's a Los Angeles legend named Tommy the Clown who keeps kids off the streets through dance. He also invented a popular dance called crumping. Kinda. This is his dance crew. They're wearing red, white, and blue to symbolize America versus Canada, but also to symbolize these two groups of individuals that didn't like each other for a very long time. Hey, you know who else was part of this group? Kendrick Lamar. Just kidding, kinda. Listen closely. Don't make the same mistake as Drake. Rapper YG, as Drake said, grew up as a full member of the Red group, but see, Kendrick Lamar grew up as an affiliate of the Red group, meaning that he grew up on a certain block as to where all his friends loved that color red and his family members loved that color red, meaning that the Red people will always have Kendrick's back. So when Drake tried to put them against each other, it showed how clueless he was about Los Angeles and street culture really, so YG had to correct him by showing up in all of Kendrick Lamar's concerts and videos. Like this guy, DJ Mustard, who made the beat for Not Like Us. He's also from Compton, but get back on track, we're talking about Kendrick. Just kidding, we're talking about Steve Lacy, also from Compton. That's why he performed at Kendrick's concert. Tyler, the Creator's from a neighborhood like right next to Compton. That's why he performed. Russell Westbrook's from the same neighborhood as Tyler, the Creator, which is why he hopped on stage and LeBron James didn't, because LeBron James understood this is a Los Angeles thing. Also why DeMar DeRozan hopped on stage, a for sure Hall of Famer basketball player who grew up in Compton, played for a little bit in Toronto, Canada, where Drake's from, but came back home to Compton. Which brings us to Dave Free. I don't know if this is the same reference, but it looks good. Also Compton native, Kendrick Lamar's childhood friend. Drake tried to put them against each other, but they're like, nah, we good. Which is also why he brought his family, saying, nah, we good. They just don't like the spotlight. Which is also why she's wearing this shirt, because Drake accused Kendrick of doing something to her. If you don't know what this shirt is called, look it up in the comments. Drake essentially lied about everything, but what you need to understand is Drake and Kendrick are from two very different places. Drake also said, hey, your label probably hates you. Kendrick said, no, they don't. They're right here. But why Drake said that is because usually in the music industry, if you leave your label, something bad probably happened. It was a fair guess. But what Kendrick is trying to say, and what has been trying to say, it's not always about the fame, it's not always about the money. This whole thing is not even about Drake. It's about hip-hop, which is the black community, especially your community, which is why Tyler and them came back home to perform with them. Which is that Roddy Ricch? Which is why old hip-hop videos would always bring the neighborhood out, always drove around the city, always got food at that neighborhood spot that everyone loved. This is what Pusha T was trying to tell you guys with this picture, and this is why Princess can't join the Powerpuff Girls. You can't buy your way in, you can't fight with all the members, and you can't just say you're a Powerpuff Girl. There's a little more to it. And this is why your favorite rapper is Kendrick Lamar, because although he could have spent his whole career making hits, he decided to make music to uplift his community. But they still bangers though.
Don't scroll. We need to know if this is true. They are saying on Kendrick Lamar, they not like us, when he says, hey, 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 run for your life, that the hey, hey, hey is comparing to Bill Cosby when he played Fat Albert, right? Then they said the part that says, hold on, let me get it. Now step this way, step that way, and step this way. It's compared to R. Kelly's Step in the Name of Love. And you know, Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, what they were accused of, and how he was trying to say that Drake was accused of the same thing. Now, Kendrick, we need to know. If that's true, you are a lyrical genius and beast, which we already knew, but this is on another level, because I wouldn't even have thought that. Nigga, you're amazing. If this is true, I need to know, though. We need to get Kendrick on the line.
Kendrick just dropped again. Like again. This isn't even rap beef anymore. We are watching an active slaughter. As of 31 minutes ago, he posted Not Like Us on his YouTube channel, and it is the most disrespectful song he has come out with yet. He is blatantly calling Drake and those associated with him predators. Not even, no way about it. There's no subliminal messaging. There's no oh, here's a triple entendre that you can figure it. No. He literally has a bar where he ends it with A minor. That is the bar. My stupid ass was like, oh, I accomplished some stuff today. I got some videos done. I got some work done. Worked out a little bit. I was good. I'm going to make myself a pizza. Shout out Wild Mike's, by the way. Sponsor me if you want to. But I was like, I'm good. I'm done for the day. And then nope. All of a sudden I get 30 DMs and 40 comments being like, he dropped again. I'm like, what do you mean he dropped again? Like, he dropped again. Like, Kendrick dropped again? Yeah, he dropped again. Motherfucker. I mean, at this point, I don't even see how Drake is going to come back from this. Kendrick is currently putting out songs at the rate that a TikTok content house puts out new dances. It is daily. I mean, the beats are good, the lyrics are great, there's actually meaning behind the cover art. And now there's 2 full songs that Drake actually needs to respond to. At this point, Kenny's just going to end up burying Drake under a bunch of allegations that'll take Drake a 30-minute song just to catch back up to. All I know is that if I was in Drake's shoes right now, I would stop writing a diss track and start writing an apology letter.
Okay, I keep seeing this narrative going crazy on the internet about Not Like Us having like 5 or 6 different writers on the song. So here's the deal. If you are a producer or if you made the beat, you are listed, you're credited as a writer because you wrote the music, right? If there's any samples used in the song or the beat, all of the people who wrote the original music on that sample are credited as writers. DJ Mustard used the sample on the beat. Ray Charles wrote the original music for that sample, and so he is credited as a writer. Yo, Ray Charles been dead for 20 years. He's not in the studio with Kendrick writing his lyrics, all right? So yeah, just as a general FYI, next time you see these Spotify writers credits, don't always assume that it's just a ton of people in the studio ghostwriting lyrics for these people. A lot of times, especially in hip hop, because hip hop is so sample heavy, a lot of times it's because there's a sample in it and all of those people who wrote the original music are being credited as writers.
Well, Kendrick, you did it. You've made the entire world call Drake a freak every single day for the past 2 months. United your city in a way no one thought was possible. And released what will probably be remembered as Song of the Year. I guess it's time to move on now, huh?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna have my wife and children crip walk on that bitch-ass Canadian's grave.
Kendrick, that sounds absolutely hilarious, but you know you're allowed to take a break, right? Like, you don't have to do this again.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna have the entire city of Compton chant A minor while I dance on a hopscotch drawing, since that freak thinks it's funny to mess with kids.
Bro, what? Are you serious? That's so mean. No, like, okay, I'm sorry. That's so mean, but that's hilarious, bro. But seriously,
Here's
you're
the
allowed
thing.
to take a break.
I'm gonna take Drake's owl symbol and beat the living crap out of it, then lock it in a cage at the end of the video, so he always remembers how I made him my bitch during this beef.
Hey, man, this is Zay Dante, the official off-screen voice for these videos. I can't lie, this is the funniest thing I've ever experienced. Drop another air horn for this motherfucker, because this is straight up comedy, bro. Go ahead with another one, Kendrick. I ain't gonna stop.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna drop a snippet of a song that sounds somehow even crazier than Not Like Us as a thank you for everybody's support during this beef.
We are so blessed, man. I'm literally crying. The last 2 months have been a blast. I'm so thankful for you, Kendrick. I don't even know what to say to
You can
right
say
now.
thank you, Kendrick.
Thank you, Kendrick.
No problem. All right, play my outro.
Hey, man, you got it. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Drake versus Kendrick beef.
And as always, just to remind you,
I remember you was conflicted. That fuck 'em up.
another beat? Kendrick.
I don't think I've seen a more clear example of who Kendrick is talking about when he says the phrase, "They not like us." Holy shit. The secondhand embarrassment that consumed my body after watching that very brief clip was almost too much. What's really fucking me up right now the most is the fact that at least one of those women in that entire group of Mayo had to have seen the playback of that video and thought to themselves, oh yeah, Brittany. Absolutely, Susan. Katie, gotta post it. Oh, that's going viral. Sure. It probably did go viral, but not for the reasons y'all think. Look, I really just have one question for white people as a group, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this shit up. When you hear Kendrick say the phrase, "They not like us," in his hit song, Not Like Us, who do y'all think they are? What comes to mind? I'm just curious.
I don't know about you, but I was getting emotional watching Kendrick Lamar's performance, man. Because it really started from Drake and J.Cole saying, we are as big as the Super Bowl. We are the top 2. We are the best. And Kendrick said, hang on a second. Please, hang on a second. And now, being at the Super Bowl, performing and saying to Drake, you like them young, in front of 120 million people after winning 5 Grammys, having one of the most streamed songs and records, breaking so many records. It is probably the biggest display of absolute dominance that I've ever seen in any category of anything. Like, it is astronomical. And we see this man, and I'm so fortunate to have met this man in real life. I met him in 2014. He just moves up and up and up and up, and there is no stopping him. He is a spectacle. He is one of the greatest artists we'll ever see, and we must be so grateful to be living at the same time. It was absolutely brilliant. And yes, he didn't perform particular songs. He didn't perform songs that everyone knows. But remember, Kendrick Lamar is here to educate. He's not here to entertain. And I understand that in the Super Bowl it's an entertainment thing, and people didn't want to be educated. That's fine. But if you want to go away and learn something from what he just did, you will learn a whole lot. You will learn a shit ton. You will learn so much. And if you were there for entertainment, I was entertained and I was educated. So for me, arguably, barring Michael Jackson, one of the best Super Bowl performances I've ever seen.